disrespect. The disrespect. What's going on, y'all? Back, comfortably canceled. Episode 2. Joey is handling some business.
Yes,
Reese is
sir.
handling some business. So right
Shout
now,
out to them boys too. Yeah.
yes, much love. Right now, it's me, your host, Regis Hillman. Some of y'all still might call me Ab. And I got my man.
Still with you. Steamboat Vaughn, yeah, formerly
Mhm.
known as Glory Vaughn. I did.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, your name Ab too, bro. I still don't believe your name Regis. I don't. I really don't.
Yo, look. If I don't ever have to say anything about Will Smith again, I won't be upset.
I'm cool, yeah. I'm over it. I'm gonna keep it funky.
I don't ever want to say. I don't want to say nothing about his children.
It is nasty things going on in the Smith household right now, man.
I don't want to say nothing about his children. I don't want to say nothing about his kin folks, his next to kin, his wife. I wish them nothing but love and light. And in this time, I wish them nothing but positivity. But
it's always the but.
But it's time to move on beyond that and dive into the meat and potatoes of tonight's topic. Well, you know what? This is not even the meat and potatoes. This is like the veggies. Like I don't count potatoes as veggies because they hardy. You know what I mean? We gonna talk about the broccoli. We gonna talk about the carrots.
Which is
What the fuck is up with T.I., dog?
He ain't rapping no more.
What happened? Yo, what happened to Urban Legend? What happened to T.I. versus T.I.P.? What happened to King?
I tell you what happened. You had to be there. You just had to be there.
Bruh. And I said I don't want to mention this man's name no more, but did this man just start the slap apocalypse? Did this man start the slap apocalypse?
Excuse me, dude.
Yo, dog, like he went up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was poised. It was well executed. You could see his back was strong. His posture was great.
I think we focused on the wrong.
We are.
Here.
But he walked up there. He smacked Chris Rock. Now the thing that didn't get me was the smacking. It was the storm in the stage when something was said that you don't like, and that's exactly what T.I. did. There was a female comedian who was up on stage. T.I. happened to be in the building. She said her joke, which happened to involve T.I.'s allegations.
Now, was there a reason for him to be in this club?
Yeah, he's a comedian.
Okay, for the people who didn't know that, he's getting into stand-up comedy.
Right. And T.I., she made fun of his allegations, right?
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
I'm saying.
And it ain't just him.
I'm saying. Because, like, look, the way we got to talk about this, I feel like we got to keep it honest and we got to make light of it a little bit because with this podcast and shit, it's a thin line between gossip and potting.
Yeah.
It's a thin line.
Well, I don't know. You a little bit more advanced than me in this aspect of
it's a real thin line. And four grown men, but at this time, 2 grown men sitting up here talking about, ooh, the tea is hot. That's what the gossiping is. And if we don't speak on this the right way, it could turn into that. Okay. So we only gonna say facts.
So, okay, where do we start with this?
1, he ain't been convicted. 2, these allegations is floating. And you can't act like they not there, Mr. Harris.
Okay.
Now you a comedian. You can't act like.
But you know what? It could be like for legal purposes, he probably can't say nothing.
He can't. But he can't act like comedians ain't gonna comede.
Great. That was just so great. Yes, because that's 100% accurate. Because, like,
I mean, what? Like, so what?
That's already out in the game, Mr. Harris. So yeah, you absolutely right. That's in the game.
And then it's like,
and even if you didn't do it, and for some reason you know what I'm saying, if you didn't do it, I pray to God you get out of that scot free. If you did, the universe will deal with you. But you got to wear that.
Facts.
Whether you did it or not, you got to wear that. That's on your jacket.
Not only that, but you out here playing with them. You gotta walk amongst who you're amongst. And at this time, you're not the veteran that you were in hip hop.
Yeah, you're a rookie in comedy now.
Right.
And you're in like the dog crowds. Like you're not in the you know what I'm saying? You're not in the Jeff Foxworthy Larry the Cable Guy comedy clubs.
No, you don't want to be in there.
You in the hole in the wall joints.
Them boys don't play.
You in the hole in the wall joints.
You're not walking up on one of them
with the backdrop with the city spray painted on the wall. You in there with them. You in there with them killers and them dillers.
In the equivalent to what we were performing at in Stamps.
Yeah.
Stamps.
Yeah. You feel me?
My God. My God. He ain't in the town ballroom yet.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? My mom got throwback pictures of her in the club. You feel me? You in there.
Right. You where niggas jail pose at.
Like, yeah, you feel me? They smoke bogeys where you at. In the club.
Hey, yo. So what we saying is, boom, storm the stage. She say the joke. And what he proceeds to do does not help his case.
What'd he do, Regis?
He storms the stage.
Mm-hmm.
He trying to take the mic from her. Since he's not a big man, it looks crazy. She's about his height. She's about his size. So it's a lot of that.
Yeah,
you look crazy. 2, you putting all this aggression out on a black woman when it's already allegations against you doing foul things to women. And in particular, some of those women happen to be black women. You're a black man. You have a black wife. You have a black daughter. You shouldn't be doing this. Any woman at that, way too aggressive. Then he proceeds to give her this like, you know how some people give you that hug that it on that they mean it to look like the other people, like it's all love, but you know what it is, whispering something.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing that. Dog, that's Craig voice. That's a female.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
It gets worse the more you look at it.
Dog. He's sitting on the stage. He cussing. He's saying all type of stuff. We say all that to say this, like.
But you know what? Would he behave like that if he didn't feel like in his heart he was innocent or like he's not guilty of these allegations?
Bro, I'm gonna put it. I don't know, because different people respond to things different ways. Now, I believe that if you're an innocent man, you're not gonna respond like that.
Yeah, no, hell no.
But also,
no, again, not T.I.
Again, we in this mental health era. T.I. seems like a man of who possesses a sound mental fortitude, who has a strong mental fortitude. He seems like it. Although that
just because he used words like expeditiously.
I was gonna say, although that could just be him bolstering his vocabulary to make it seem as such.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He says words like peculiar.
And what's crazy is that's not even a big word. It's just most people don't even speak like that.
No. Yeah.
But it's alarming the way he's acting. You can't sit here and scream you're innocent and try to prove your innocence and behave like a hit dog.
Like, is there a case on him about these allegations? Like, does he have to like go to court for this? Like,
honestly,
are the women standing on like this? What you know what I'm saying? That's what he did to me. I want justice. Like, are they standing on that?
I followed it in the beginning, and at this point, I'm not sure.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because I did hear about it, but then I also heard like it was false. But if it's still floating around, it got to be
still floating around.
You feel me? This is the part where it turns into gossip, like you said. And I don't want to do that because I don't know what's going on.
Even if it was acquitted, you still don't need to be doing that with that on your name.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you being a man, and then 3, you're a comedian. So how are you supposed to comede? And
you can't
You rushing the stage when somebody say something bad about you.
Take what you dish or would dish if you were in that position.
And not only that, because he could spin that, and he could be one of the people that spin it and say, "I would never joke about somebody in a situation like that."
That's not your T.I. voice, is it?
It don't sound smart enough, but it don't sound like I drink enough scotch, right? But like he could say he would never do that. However, he could say something that would offend someone, and if they storm the stage like that, I'm pretty sure security would rush them.
But the old him is dead and gone.
I like that. I like that segue. We're gonna leave that where it is, right?
Oh, yeah, man.
Because the more we talk about it, the more it leads into speculation, which means the more it leads into chatty patty shit. So, Tyler, the Creator, brought home a Grammy. I wanted to talk about this last
Congrats, man. Congrats. Good for you. Good for him.
It wasn't enough for me to talk about it because it's just him winning a Grammy. And I don't want to get on here and just say statements. However, there was an interview with, I believe, Zane Lowe.
Yes.
Where he spoke about winning the Grammy and he addressed Mr. Khaled. Because
another
you remember,
one.
For his last Grammy win, Khaled felt the way about
felt like he got snubbed.
Right, because of Khaled's album Son of a Side, Father of a Side, was up there with him, and he felt that he makes music, in his words, I make music that when you outside you hear people riding around listening to. It's none of this fictitious stuff, none of this magical stuff. Like, bro, that's weird.
Khaled, you sound bogus. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
it just comes off.
It comes off haterish.
Yeah, it comes off nasty, man. Be happy that man got his, man.
Right, because this hip hop, this dirty. At the end of the day, this is dirty basement shit, dog.
Word.
This is dirty basement, bro. Khaled come from. It's a special way I fold my flag, and now everything is polished, clean, pretty. Don't act like because all your shirts is button up
and
that everything
silk,
is beautiful,
linen, and you wearing Hermes.
Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that hip hop can do that.
Yeah.
I'm extremely happy that hip hop can do that, especially DJs. But you can't talk like that. And
he's upset.
Still, you're older. And you're a man.
So because he's older than a man, he can't be upset that he felt like he got snubbed.
He could be upset, but he can't speak that.
Yeah, nah, shut up. You absolutely right about that.
As an elder statesman, you have a responsibility to articulate yourself in a fashion that
because in a sense, like I guess, because in a sense, I guess Khaled is Tyler's OG. In a sense.
Age. And you know what?
In age and kind of in rap, yeah.
I'm not gonna say in rap.
Not in rap because he doesn't rap, but like you feel me?
And to all you weird niggas that say Khaled doesn't do nothing to hip hop, an ear is very important.
Bruh, he had one every summer since we figured out his name. Since we knew this man, he always has something for the summer for us. Always.
It's a talent to be able to put the right people together on the right beat. You know how many people try to do that all the time and fail?
We don't got to name the names, do we?
We gonna get back to this talk about these weird hip hop dudes, but back to the task at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler handled this the way you would expect.
He handled it with
Khaled would do, with grace,
with class for sure.
Right. You would think this would be Khaled who's talking like this, but Tyler, we know Tyler for being goofy, jovial, happy. But you can't be in that position that long and not be smart.
We do got to take in like consideration that like Khaled's music is for everybody.
It is.
Tyler's music is an acquired taste.
I don't even want to say it's an acquired taste.
It's an acquired taste.
I want to say it's for
you have to
savvy listener.
What I mean by acquired taste
Earl
is
sweatshirts is an acquired taste.
You know what I'm saying? But he's a branch on that tree.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So
but
like
you're talking about the tree as opposed to the branch.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? What am I trying to say? What I'm saying is like Khaled music, you're gonna hear.
Okay, I get what you saying. He's
Tyler's music,
mainstream.
Tyler's music, yeah.
And he's
Khaled is
more of
mainstream. He got the plugs for the mainstream. Tyler, you have to dig for.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay. You're 100% correct on that. And but yeah, it's you wouldn't expect that speech coming from Tyler, talking with Grace, um, thanking him that way, thanking the world that way, and mentioning Khaled in a way that's not haterish, and kind of just letting them know, like, yo, I'm him. I'm there. I won. Whereas Khaled,
And this was
sad, bro.
Is it really sad? Because
It's sad because
Khaled didn't really lose nothing not getting this Grammy.
He didn't lose nothing, but the way he portrayed himself, and then tries to turn around and say, "I speak positivity. I speak positivity. I do this."
That's corny. Okay.
It negated from that. It took away from that. You can't say you speak positivity. You trying to show people all this. You trying to love and live life and all that. It takes away from that.
I mean, that's
like
one
that
of
little what's that
that's
everybody
one of the
was playing that you're loyal, you're beautiful, you're smart. It takes away from that.
But that's one of the cons of having a competitive edge to you. And this is hip hop, you feel me? You should want to be competitive.
But you could be competitive without being a hater. All right,
you absolutely right about that.
Hove and X was competitive as hell. You ain't never seen neither one of them shit on the other one. Now you seen them shit on them, but not in a way where they mock or downplay their skill. You could shit. I could shit on you without downplaying your skill. I could acknowledge your sword, but I ain't gonna sit here and say you trash. I could shit on you with my W, just like you can shit on me with your W. But once you downplay my skill and my craft, that's where it comes into hater shit.
All right, let's make this a little personal. You felt like Tyler should have won that Grammy over DJ Khaled?
What, when they both were competing at that time?
Yeah.
Yes.
You felt like Khaled should have won?
No, I feel like Tyler should have won.
And you've heard this album?
I listened to enough of it in comparison to Father of Asides.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't hear the Tyler album at all.
I'll say this.
I'm familiar with who Tyler the Creator is. I hear the song I'm supposed to hear, but all in all, that's not nothing.
I'm full body of work.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah.
Excuse me. I'll say this. One thing we can expect from Khaled is Khaled's gonna give us high quality luxury music, and it's gonna stay between. It's always gonna be at a bare minimum a 7 out of 10. Bare minimum is gonna be a 7.
7s don't win Grammys, so
7s don't win Grammys, but 7s are consistent.
Yeah, for sure.
7 is above average. 7 isn't great. 7 is good. 7 ain't good as hell, but it's good, and it's consistent enough to sell. It's consistent enough to chart. It's consistent enough to be talked about.
Now, make no mistake, there are 7s that don't get nominated for Grammys. Just put that out there.
But the Father of Aside had some standouts that made it nominated.
Oh, for sure.
But the reason I feel Tyler's won is because
I would say his win means a lot more.
His win means
considering what he's up against.
But he did more. It showed it was more growth. Whereas I think Khaled hit a point where he's at a comfortable stride. I don't think Khaled did anything out of his norm or out of his wheelhouse.
Yeah, like he not trying to fix what ain't broke.
Exactly, which isn't a bad thing, but it's also not a thing that's gonna get you into that up there, into that upper echelon, into that record breaking stuff, into that GOAT talk. Diddy did things outside his wheelhouse. Diddy was a producer, and Diddy did what? Diddy rapped. Diddy had Pharoah Monch writing for him. Diddy sounds great when he has Royce writing for him. We know that, we hear it constantly, and it sounds great. Khaled hasn't stepped outside and took that big leap yet. Other than, you know what Khaled's gonna do? Khaled's gonna give you some great Ross features, a Drake feature, maybe a Wayne feature, whoever else is hot at the time, some luxury beats, and some great rap.
You might phone a friend and get Hove.
That's what I'm saying. And when he gets Hove, you know what's going to happen. That's when a Drake feature is coming. Not on that same song, but that album's gonna have a Drake feature. Now, when he gets Hove or Drake, it's big boy time.
All right, now back to what you were saying about Diddy rap too.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want you to look me in my eyes when I ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking for Khaled to rap, or like is that something you
No.
have an ear for?
No, I don't. I'm not looking for Khaled to rap. All I'm saying is I'm comparing that to stepping outside of his wheelhouse.
Okay.
He could have did anything. He could have said, you know what? Let me grab somebody who isn't a usual suspect. Meaning, let me grab not a producer, because you could grab a different producer and still make them produce that same type of sound, but grabbing a different type of rapper and maybe pairing him with your typical sound, or either stepping outside of your typical sound and making it pop the way you have your other things pop. That's now you talking different.
That's Grammy worthy.
If it could be,
but we don't run the academy, so you know what? I
don't
can't.
want to.
It ain't. You said you don't.
I would never want to, bro. We look for these other.
I don't either.
We look for these other people outside. And when I say other people, I mean outside of hip hop. We looking for outside of hip hop to validate hip hop.
To validate, yeah.
We had the Source Awards, the BET Awards. We had all types of Soul Train Music Awards. We had all this shit that loved hip hop. We want to go outside of hip hop. We like to go where we're accepted and not celebrated. We like to go where we're tolerated and not congratulated. Like, we don't want to go into the circles that want us, because when you go into the circle that want us, you feel like you're expected. You feel like it's not something special. Most people. Whereas you get pulled into a room or a circle that's outside your norm, you feel like it's better. When in actuality, it's not. You're getting looked at like a charity case. Look at all the other things that's up there. Like, bruh, the hip hop, the hip hop awards at the Grammys is equivalent to the Make a Wish Foundation. It's the look at the sick little hip hops. Whereas you could go to the BET or the Source Award, what used to be the Source Awards, or anything that revolves around hip hop, and be the main course. That's another talk for another day.
For sure.
But before we go into this other talk, I want to hit a homie up who's doing some working, and we're gonna see if he's gonna answer. We could do that now. We got the ability to do that. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if he answer. We're gonna see if he's switching up on us. We're gonna see. Paid my bill. You hear it ringing? I pay my shit.
Hello,
Jimmy.
yo,
Dog, man, it's Rage, man.
good.
Boat
What's
here
good
with
with
us.
you,
You
uncomfortably canceled. Don't say nothing to get yourself in trouble, bro. Don't say nothing to get yourself in trouble.
or anybody else.
Right.
I'm chilling.
How you living?
I'm doing good, man.
Word.
Trying to stay the fuck out the way.
Yo, you know what, man? Mr. Genison himself did an interview with us when we were still known as a Live 5 Pod, right?
Mm-hmm.
We wasn't able to drop it because the cameras died mid-interview.
That's sick.
Right. That was the day, I
the
believe,
devil.
Son of Tony was in the studio, right?
Yeah.
We had a good talk. But I want to talk to you right now because I know you got something coming, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. I got a few joints I'm working on right now.
Can you tell us anything?
Huh?
Can you tell us anything about it? When it's dropping, what you got coming?
Oh yeah, I got this one joint I'm working on right now. It's called Migraine. Shit. Shit like just came out of nowhere. I was sitting in the house one day. I recently just got stabbed in the head and shit, so I've just been like focusing on the music and shit.
Side note, man.
Get headaches from doing that shit.
Blessings that you.
I'm gonna name my little EP
sure,
I'm about to drop called Migraine and shit. But other than that, I got a compilation coming with me and my record label, Center Lane Music, and I got a few videos on the way. I got a little few things lined up. I just been trying to get like all my artists situated and everything.
Wait, hold on. You ain't just about to skate by that. Like we ain't here. So you got people coming out under you.
Oh yeah. It's like I got a few people like
can you tell us anything? Can you tell us any names, anything, or you don't want to release that yet?
Oh yeah, I got Trap God on the way. That's my little brother. You looking out for him. He on a couple of my albums. He on
You got anything out right now?
Yeah, he got a few little singles on Apple Music and shit like that. He on YouTube too.
If you can, bro, drop something in the comments, man, and we'll tag it in the video when everything come out, bro.
Okay, bet.
So keep going. What else you got going?
My man Just Money, he coming out with something. I got Buffalo Boy Meezy. Buffalo Boy Meezy, he going crazy right now. He all over the place. He be doing them late lit city shows. He got the show coming up on the 16th for the A&R scouting thing.
A word?
He just dropped his new single called Get Back. That's on Apple Music right now.
So wait. You on your Birdman shit, huh?
Yeah, I got they all family though. Like I trust my family, you know what I'm saying? So I trust everybody. Everybody that's under my label was like my family. Everybody I grew up with.
I like that.
I knew since I was like 13, 14 years old.
I like that. And this all you, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
Straight Center Lane Music Group. I got Miss Ill with it. She do battles and everything. She under Warzone battles.
Okay.
Glenwood Boogie, he just put out his project, Nothing Lasts Forever.
So wait, you said Glenwood Boogie, right?
Yeah.
I heard that name.
That's Buddy with One Dream, right?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. So that's you.
Yeah, Boogie actually he One Dream, but he on CLMG too. But
okay.
He mainly under Gus a lot though, but he still CLMG. We still all family.
Okay. Well, sure, man. Yo, I just wanted to, since we wasn't able to get that interview out, man. I was real upset about that, and eventually I'm gonna get something where we sit down and we do an official Jimmy Blanco one-on-one interview. And
you already know with it. I've been waiting too. Been waiting for y'all. Damn, I gotta get back on there.
Give me time, bro. Give me time. I say it all the time. Give me time, man. With time, everything falls into place when it needs to. You feel me? See, like, look at this. I hit you up at the time when you got something dropping, right?
Right.
Remember the convo we just had? So everything balanced out the way it's supposed to, God. Like, and again, man, I'm happy that you healed up, that you are right. I know you still gonna have some trials and tribulations from that shit that happened to you. The universe gonna get even with them, but
that's a fact.
I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you're still able to produce.
That's a fact.
So you got any parting words to say before we disconnect this joint?
Nah, just like keep looking out for me, man. We gonna keep coming. We gonna keep dropping music. We gonna get some more videos out there. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm on my little path right now. We're going through a lot of shit, but I promise I'm coming back. You know what I'm saying? For everybody that know who I am from back in the zombie days, y'all already know what it is, man. I'm just
where could the
trying
people
to stay
find you
focused
at?
right now. Huh?
Where could they find you at? What's your socials?
Oh, my social media, you can find me on it's IG. It's CLMG Jimmy Blanco. You can follow me on Facebook at Jimmy Blanco. Everything damn near Jimmy Blanco. My Spotify, Jimmy Blanco, but it's Jimmy Blanco with JIMMY. Blanco. You should see my kid picture pop up. It say Gina son. That's my profile.
No spaces or underscores in between anything, right?
Yeah, it's Jimmy /Blanco.
Okay. Y'all hear that, man? Y'all hear that? Bo, you got anything to
say? CLMG, everything, man. That's how we go.
I'm gonna just be on the lookout for sure.
All right, man. Yo, you know it ain't shit but love with us, man.
Nah, you already know. I already know.
All right, man. Be safe, all right?
Same on this side. You stay safe too, bro.
All right.
All right.
Look. So now we get to have that fun conversation. Again, y'all heard my man's socials. He talked that talk. Now, look, if you know me, you know I'm a bit snobby when it comes to the rap. I'm a bit snooty when it comes to the stuff that
and I thought I was bad. It take a lot to impress this nigga, dog.
Yo, and
I tried hard to be this man, friend. I ain't gonna stop.
Yo, but this the thing though, bro. Yo, you understand how upset I am with you.
Why you say that, bro?
Because you're one of the few people that rapped and I got starry-eyed.
Word.
I don't get starry-eyed.
Now look, you know what I'm saying? Now look, you one of the elder statesmen. Like you one of them.
Don't say that. Don't say that because one of the elder statesmen.
You know what I'm saying is I saying you're that to me though, because like you know what I'm saying. Now shout out my boy Juan. I used to kick it with Juan all the time. And we had just listen to rappers from the town. You know what I'm saying? I'm hip to who's nice and who not, who is big on like getting views and shit. Like I'm saying, it may not seem like I'm tapped in with everybody, but I listen to everybody. Now, the motherfuckers I would like play repetitively, like I gotta like when I hear him, I'm like, okay, I gotta step it up. That's who Reese is to me. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? He's one of them. So like once I found out that he like me, I'm like, okay, I'm doing something right. I'm doing something right.
I ain't gonna hold you. I heard you. I literally sat and was like, "Now somebody gotta die." Like, dog. I don't. Nova tell you. Nova's my brother, and Nova tell you when we would get in the booth, I literally said every track, somebody gotta die,
Okay.
and it ain't gonna be me.
That's how I feel, man. But like,
I
think
dying.
that negates me from working with other rappers too. Like,
But it's still sharp and still. Like, bro, I always accredit everything to Nova. I wouldn't know about people if it wasn't for Nova. I wouldn't have done as much as I've done if it wasn't for Nova. I wouldn't have went as far as I went if it wasn't for Nova. And I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met you or found out about you if it wasn't for Nova. So when I heard you, I was like, yo, somebody has to die. Because you was going, and this is how I look at it. I'm like, yo, if you're this age and you going like this, and I'm this age and I'm going like this, I have to kill harder because I equated it to if you're this nice at this age, when you get to my age, you're gonna shit on me. So I looked at it as I have to step it up. And to keep it 100 with you, this is people can take this how they want it. I ain't never tried with this rapping shit. When I heard your shit, I tried. I was like, okay, I got it right. I have to.
It's just crazy hearing this to me because, like, I listen, like, one of the first drinks I ever heard from you was it was this shit you used to do called bullshit bars or some shit. Now I'm like, okay, I don't know if he trying. Now in my head, I'm like, he clickbaiting. I know he raw. Why is he doing this? And he's wilding. Now, I didn't know you was that short, bro. I ain't gonna stop when I saw the video. Because mind you, bro, like we met through like, you know what I'm saying? Through the book, conversations about rap. You kind of agree with what I talk about in regards to rap. I agree with what you talked about rap and like, you feel me?
Click, we was on like the same page.
Yeah, you feel me? So like, and I just always looked at, I'm like, yo, he one of them in the town and he like what I do. I wasn't on shit then, but I just knew I could rap. You feel me? So like, but y'all got videos, y'all doing shows, like your freestyles do numbers. I'm like, and he paying attention to me, little ass me. I don't even think
But that's the.
I was in high school. I had to be in high school.
But that's the thing, though. You're gonna see it. If somebody nice, you're gonna see it. Now that's the perfect segue into this. We see these conversations all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Should ghostwriters be accepted in hip hop? I was gonna say accepted and allowed, but I'm just gonna stick with accepted within hip hop in the community.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Now let me answer with a question. Why shouldn't they be?
You got this.
Because not everybody can be Rakim.
You got this. I don't want to say because I know
man,
when I say
it, man, just say it.
Because when I say things, they come off a way But
that's why we here, man. What's the name of this?
Comfortably Canceled.
Okay, so like, can I'm saying, can we just
Fuck it. Niggas is weird, dog.
It's okay.
Niggas be saying like, no, you can't have the Ghost Riders because they ruin the integrity of the hip hop.
Shut up. Shut up.
You weird wizardry.
Shut up.
Chemistry, symmetry.
Especially if you don't rap. If you don't rap, you're not qualified to say what's accepted in hip hop and what isn't.
Unless
just be a fan.
Unless
please.
You study and do extensive journalism.
Even then,
because that means you're deeper than just a listener.
Okay, but even then, though, everybody I know who got a thing for rap has tried at rap before.
They wrote a verse.
Yeah, you feel me? If you're not one of them, look, if you're not one of them, you're not qualified to speak on this.
And let's keep
Where's the camera at? Right here.
If you love hip hop, you wrote a verse.
You
wrote a verse.
You know what I'm saying?
But you did.
Wrote a verse, freestyled at the table. Any of that.
Made beats.
You know what I'm saying? Banged on the table.
A lot of cats that make beats wrote a verse and was like, oh no, let me stick to this. Let me get to them NPCs.
Word.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Not a damn
because
thing.
That's a gift. On some G, you ain't got the artist, you ain't got the producer.
Word.
But man, you got these people that like the same people that say ghostwriters aren't accepted in hip hop are the same people that don't understand the value that a Diddy or a Khaled brings to the game, or a Ross. You got some of these people say Ross can't rap.
Why can't he?
Because he doesn't say lyrical miracle, flim flammable, blim blammable, dim damnable. Like
I hate those
say
people.
That type of shit.
I'm not gonna say hate, but no, I am gonna say hate. I made you say what you say about niggas being weird. Yes. I hate you niggas that rhyme mineral and criminal and subliminal and all.
Let's like, keep it
because
people
look,
don't talk like that.
And above all that, that's not lyricism. Lyricism is not making a bunch of words rhyme. It's not. Because if I break down what you say and I find out you're not really saying anything, it just sounds good on wax, you're disqualified from that conversation. I just want to put that out there.
Can we say this? Lyricism is getting your point across in an articulate way where more than less people can understand it. So you're articulating yourself in a way that's in rhyme form where the majority of the people can understand it. If you're articulating your way in rhyme form where the minority of people can understand it, kudos to you. However, you don't get to be a Jay-Z or a Rakim or fuck it, I'll even say an Eminem if you can't articulate yourself in a particular way where the majority understands you and you're saying something. You got these people.
I'm big on that too. Like you have to say something,
right? You got these people that set in this weird middle ground that just say a bunch of nothing, and you have this minority of hip hop fans because they are a minority. They're a loud minority, but they like to act like they're the majority. You have this minority of fans or listeners because most of them don't support or buy. They just talk really loud. They sit and they go, this is the best thing I've ever heard. And when you ask them, what did he just say?
I love doing that to people, man. I really do.
They say, no, you don't understand. You don't understand the science. Bro, if you ever say this, if you ever use words like the science,
that's nasty, man.
You don't know what this nigga just said.
And you're like, you feel me? Like this, Hove. Let me quote Hove on what is that? The Blueprint 2, I believe.
Lyrically, I would be Talib Kweli.
Yeah, like just because you don't understand him, that doesn't mean that he's nice. Just because he wears a kufi, it doesn't mean that he's bright. You feel me? This is why Jay-Z is important, guys.
And that's the thing that gets me when I hear people say Jay-Z not that nice. I understand.
Why isn't he? But like
immediately what type of fan you are.
Yeah, and just like where you at mentally.
That doesn't mean
I'll take it further.
You don't have to like him.
No, of course not.
But to discredit him because he doesn't do the flim flamity, blim blamity, wizardry, miracle, lyrical, spiritual shit.
And my thing is, when did that become the standard of what an elite rapper is?
When weird niggas with loose fitting hoodies took over.
Yeah, man.
When dudes
that wear Air Max 90s.
when dudes who's because you got this group of rappers that when you rap in a way that you don't talk, I already know something about you.
You in character.
Yes. These people be saying words that it's nothing wrong with articulating yourself with a grandiloquent. We're having a grandiloquent vernacular or having a larger vernacular. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you articulate yourself in a way that you're purposely excluding the majority of people who listen to you from understanding your core message and principle, you're a weirdo. Why are you purposely trying to exclude people unless the intent is to sound as intelligent as possible? That's cool. But when you talk about a message,
but sounding intelligent and actually being intelligent is not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. But when you're just flexing that lyrical muscle, that's fine. But every track can't be that. I.e. cannabis.
Stop, because I like cannabis, man.
The older I get, the more I feel cannabis died to Big Ellie, Big Silly.
It's
ladies love Cool J.
To pink cookies in a plastic bag getting crushed by buildings.
Stop. But see, bear with, this is all gonna circle back to the ghostwriters in hip hop. The reason I feel cannabis died is because 99% of your fans wear high heels versus 99% of your fans don't exist.
Ouch.
You mean to tell me, and then you got people that say that don't make sense. No, it makes plenty of sense.
Makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It makes plenty of sense. 99% of your fans wear high heels means we can reach out and touch 99% of your fans. 99% of your fans don't exist means
I don't talk to you.
Right. No one talks to you.
You feel me?
Your label don't talk to you.
It's nasty, man.
Bruh, we thought second round.
I love knockout. Cannabis too, man. Cannabis. Second round knockout is fire to me.
Second round knockout.
I have him winning the beat. Like I have cannabis winning that beef on wax.
On wax?
Me personally. Now I can't help.
We know he lost the war.
Yeah, clearly. I'm about to say he lost the war. We can't help that LL has a bigger fan base.
So you didn't like Rick the Jacker?
It was cool.
Okay.
I'm not. You know, I'm saying, like, you feel. I'm not a hater. I'm not gonna say it was whack because I'm in favor of cannabis.
That's the only thing I like when people say something was like the it was whack thing. Just gets me because it's like, okay, I'm not upset at anyone saying cannabis won. I'm not that disillusioned. But I understand both sides of the point. Cannabis second round knockout was great. You can't have a video with Mike Tyson in it and lose that round. You can't. Even if you lost that round, you can't lose that round. Does that make sense?
I get it.
So, again, that's all circling back to the should ghostwriters be allowed to be in hip hop? Should they be accepted?
Absolutely, because without ghostwriters, we don't have some of the biggest songs ever. We don't have All About the Benjamins without ghostwriters.
We don't have more songs than we know about without ghostwriters. Like,
we don't have Still Dre Day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Should I keep going? We don't have Jesus Walks.
And let's keep it 100. Without ghostwriters, some of your favorite artists don't eat. And if some of your favorite artists don't eat, guess what they don't do? They don't produce. They don't make the things that you like. They don't make the hip hops you like.
Yeah.
They don't. Because let's keep it a bean. A lot of these cats eat more off of ghostwriting than they do off of their album sales.
And
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
There's a lot of people that make hip hop for passion projects. Like, look at Beyonce. Beyonce drops because she wants to. Beyonce doesn't drop because she's obligated to. Why do you think you don't see Beyonce promotion?
Ever.
Why do you think you don't see a lot of Nas promotion? Nas is in a point in his life where
he's rapping
close
for leisure.
To a billionaire, and he's, like you said, rapping for leisure.
Where this is a sport. I made Illmatic.
And look at their ages. I'm saying that because look at their ages. A lot of people that's their age can't do that. And they're still promoting as hard as they can and pushing as hard as they can. And they're able to do it.
Give me some examples.
I'm not going to do that because that would be rude. Okay, an example of a prolific ghostwriter, Pharoah Monch. Pharoah Monch doesn't get half of the credit that he deserves as an MC, as an artist, or as a ghostwriter. However, that pen be moving behind the scenes.
For sure.
Royce the 5'9". The only reason a lot of people know him is because he stood next to Marshall. When in actuality, I think he killed Marshall on Bad Meets Evil.
I think Marshall is better than him. Me personally.
You think Marshall is better than him?
You gotta excuse me. I think Royce is better than him.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I think Royce killed him on Bad Meets Evil. Now, the only reason I say that is because M has reached the comfortable point in his career.
He's a pop star, man.
Right. Now, 2000s M, I'm not going to say Royce was better than him. And I'm not going to say he was better than Royce. But I will say that M was a little bit more close to ground level. Meaning what he said made a little bit more sense. And the reason I say what he said made a little bit more sense is because the core demographic of him was around the age where what we listened to and the songs he was putting out, we could relate to it a little bit more. That F you mom stuff.
I'm cool.
I didn't get with that as much.
You're not supposed to.
But I could understand it.
Okay.
And since I was at that young rebellious age, I could listen to it and be like, yeah. I'm not gonna champion it.
I was at the rebellious stage too, but like doing something to my mom, not.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I could understand the rebellion. I could understand the feeling of angst. I could understand the feeling of being the odd man out. But also at that stage, your brain's not fully developed. Your brain doesn't fully develop until you hit age 25. So that's why them lyrics hit different, and that's why we'll always have an affinity towards them, and that's why we'll always hold those first couple albums in a high regard. So it's hard to judge Royce versus those. However, now as a man, having a fully developed brain and listening to Eminem in his twilight years versus Royce in his twilight years, which is also arguably the beginning of his prime or his prime for some. How you gonna listen to that album and say Royce didn't wash him?
Can't say that to certain people.
No. Yeah, one moment.
Yeah, check the comment.
Oh, 100%. 100%, Bill. Peep that. He said if they put their pride, you know what? This man said if rappers put their pride down and took some reference tracks, they'd be much better. You know what? That's the gist of what he said. I went to a magnet school, excuse me, and I have poor eyesight.
Okay.
I don't wear them glasses because they look good. I wear them glasses because I'm blind, dog.
Okay.
And I don't wear them now because my children broke them.
Okay.
So
got you.
Yo, shout out Bill. Love you, God. But
thank you.
You're right. We're moving into the reference track talk. But ghostwriters, man, they make things easier. Like, let's move into the most, arguably the most popular rapper, Drake. What was his name that was doing the ghostwriting for him? Quentin Miller?
Quentin Miller.
Was the popularized person that was doing it for him?
Quentin Miller.
Let's keep it 100. Drake writes. We're not gonna say Drake don't write. However, Drake is a machine to make something produce at that volume
and the
and
type
have
of
that
music he make
output.
that requires help.
Well, I don't want to say that type of music. I'm
He's
say
not
that
just.
output.
I mean, he's not just talking to the hip hop crowd. He's in. I don't want to mess this up. The reggae sound and shit, like the island music.
But that's Toronto.
He's doing pop. You feel me?
That's
Like
Toronto.
all of that requires help.
That's Toronto.
Yeah.
I'll say he could have probably done that at a lower output by himself, but to put out that many hits back to back to back to back to back to back that long and tour, how the fuck he not gonna have a ghostwriter?
And like, well, like the red flag, like I raised the red flag at ghostwriting. Like, what did you write for him for real? Like, if you wrote like, you know, the shit with the melodies on the radio, that would break my heart if I find out Buddy had a ghostwriter for that. Or
the
like,
best I ever had.
Yeah, that or like, you know what I'm saying? If one of my favorite rappers, like if I found out DMX didn't write How's It Going Down.
Don't say that. Don't you dare say that.
That's gonna hurt me, bro. Like that's going to hurt me.
Hang up that computer call. Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
Come on, man. Come on. That's not right. But yeah, like you know what I'm saying, that's where I raise the red flag at. Like if you got a ghostwriter from like one of your radio hits or like your smashes, one of your Billboard 100s, all right, cool. Everybody get a piece of the pie out of that.
That's fine.
I get it.
So you talking more on of the things that we deem as introspective song, something that should be closer to home.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Like if somebody ghost wrote Song Cry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like you see what I'm doing here, right?
Okay. Talib Kweli said this. Now, a lot of y'all, this is where you make those people the lyrical, spiritual cats. This is where you make them lay on the sword. This is where you make them die on that hill.
Mm-hmm.
Because Talib Kweli is considered one of them. He's great. He's a legend. Talib Kweli said it himself. It's about the jam.
For sure.
As much as you want this to be some super pure thing where, excuse me, it's just the music and the ether. These cats got to feed themselves, dog.
Word.
If it don't move the needle, it don't make dollars.
And for a long time, I didn't understand that because I was so stuck on wanting to be like one of the real rappers that's really rapping.
But anybody who rapped wanted to be that. We all felt that way.
Yeah, absolutely. But like, as you learn the business and stuff, and you stick it to your real rap shit, and then like one day you realize I'm doing this real rap shit and I'm not generating no revenue. You grow to understand why shit sounds the way it sounds. Like nothing is supposed to stay the same forever.
Not only
like,
that,
you know what I'm saying?
You don't want
they supposed to be dancing on TikTok now. We're not supposed to still be windmilling and backspinning on cardboard.
As much as you may want us to.
As much as you may want us to. And I love that, by the way, too. Right. Shout out to that era.
That's one of the,
you know what I'm saying? I fell in love with what I do because of all of the elements of rap. Right. But
don't mistake us for shitting on that. We're not doing that.
I can't do that. You feel me?
That's one of the fundamentals.
Yeah.
It's
now that
is one of the fundamentals.
I was about to say, now that may be that like reading and trying, like DJ, MCing. Now that may sound like that may be equivalent to reading in Chinese to like the newer generation of musicians and all of that. But like for those who know, you know.
Right. Everything that's understood ain't necessarily meant to be said. However, since it's not said, it's not understood. So we feel how we feel about ghostwriters.
Mm-hmm.
But what we didn't get to talk about yet is a lot of cats have a lot of talent with rhyming and rapping, but don't sound good. So
That
sometimes they
like
have to have a vessel
that's the
to get that out.
it's just like how just like Buddy Quentin Miller.
Mhm.
Quit,
Sounded atrocious.
Quentin Miller has a pen now. Now, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm at an age, well, you know what I'm saying? I love rap so much that like I can get past your delivery and how you sound and voice and all that.
Right.
But with that comes, I would say things like such and such would sound better if he said that.
Right.
I get what you're saying. I know what goes into like crafting, like, you know what I'm saying, lyrics and like saying clever stuff, but like you could just tell like it don't fit you. Not saying you don't live it or whatever, but like sometimes you just don't sound good rapping.
But what you're saying is certain things sound better coming out of certain people's mouths, whether it be the tone of their voice, the inflection in which they said it, sometimes the way they look,
Well,
and
yeah,
sometimes
it's
just
well,
the
yeah,
bass in their voice.
yes. Song about the jam, like you said.
But that comes down to knowing how to write. Let's keep
Yeah,
it a bean. When you really know how to write and you get into melodies and you get into inflection and you get into mixing all that up into a pot and making a song, you know, if I say this word as opposed to this word is going to sound a lot better because of my voice. And this word may connect more, but it'll hit harder if I say this thing because the tone of my voice, the inflection, how I look, how like it's the whole package. And that's why sometimes you have ghostwriters and you have the vessels. And to those that say you're not talented if you have a ghostwriter, fuck you. Because
hey, like yo, because it's more to rapping than just actually rhyming words.
not only that, but if you're making the words of a ghostwriter come to life and you're performing them and making them sound like those are your words, you're effectively
That's a
a
talent.
voice actor.
That's a talent.
Not only that, but you gotta rhyme those and put feel into them. It's not just most of the people think you're just reading all the words line for line off of paper. You're
No.
not reading all the words line for line off of paper. You're improving. You're putting tone here. You're making this word sound
You
this
adding
way.
character.
Right. You're putting life into it, and people think it's just cut and dry this ABC thing. If it was
Yeah,
just
you know what I'm
that,
saying? You must
it'd be
say,
a
yeah,
lot more
not
rappers.
must say, yeah, it's not copy and paste at all.
Like, dog,
How long you been thinking about this?
I've been thinking about this for quite some time because
Okay.
the
Now, if you was talking to me maybe like 5 years ago, I'd be totally against everything you saying.
I feel that. I feel that. But you wasn't rapping as much. You didn't study as much.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Well, I can't even say that. It's just more so like I love rap so much that I want it to be just true to the core.
we all
If
do.
I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right.
We
If I
all do.
stumble upon something, then then so be it.
Bro, we all do though.
Yeah, well, not all, but
But as you
yeah,
get older and as you become more rational, you understand, I get it. You learn to say, I get it. Doesn't mean you'll say, I'll accept that from me,
yeah, because
but you
that's
understand, I get it.
yeah, that's
Some messages need to be out there. And it's not always what you say, it's how you said it. And part of how you said it is who says it. If a predator says this message A, and it's a true thing, it might not be received that well. However, if that predator gives that message to this other person and they deliver that message, is that message less credible?
nah.
That's the same thing. Like people don't get that. It's talent regardless. You're bringing these words to life. You're becoming an actor. That's like saying an actor isn't talent. They're not talented. Now, when you rapping
Because
things,
everybody can't do what Denzel did in Training Day.
right. Now let's keep it a bean. If you're building a character around someone, that's a little corny. But in most
like
cases,
like some MC Gusto.
Yeah. But in most cases, when you got these ghostwriters writing for people, these rappers sit down, they tell them their story, they learn about them, and they take their story and they commit it to paper.
I'll be a great ghostwriter, y'all boys. So
you could pen.
Get it? Yeah. I'll get you up there.
You could pen.
Regis too. Yeah.
I don't want to write no more hip hops.
Come on, man. You can't do it. You can't. Nope. You got to give me one. Just one. I ain't trying to have you perform and get sweaty or any of that shit. Okay. You probably don't miss about doing this rap shit. I don't. But I just need one. Okay. Y'all heard it here first, man. I still don't believe this man's name is Regis, but that's another. You feel me? You know how niggas' names be Boston George on Facebook.
Boston George.
That's what I'm like. I'm like, okay, he, you know what I'm saying? He taking on a persona of somebody.
Yo, look, man. Tonight was a short and sweet episode. We down 2/4 of the squad.
Word.
However,
they are with us in spirit.
They're with us in spirit. Sure. And I'd like to feel that although we didn't talk about as many current topics as we normally talk about,
ain't really a lot going on though. What happened?
It's some things.
Like Ponga Pat and frying chicken, and the chicken was undercooked.
I'd like to feel that we spoke on some things that a lot of cats might feel are near and dear to their heart. And if either one of us has said something that may have offended you, oh well.
It mean I meant it. If you offended, I meant it wholeheartedly.
Facts. But we love you though.
Yeah, it all comes from a place of love. Like
always. We're adults. Sometimes we all ain't gonna get along. We ain't gonna agree. That don't mean we don't respect each other.
I'm saying, what's the world without conflict, man? If everybody thought the same, nobody be thinking.
Right. And at the end of the day, just because we don't agree don't mean we don't respect each other.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end it on that note. And so next week, dog. Love y'all. We're gonna catch you again next Saturday. I ain't ended on YouTube yet.